Welcome to World Top 10. Today embark on the top 10 most brutal gangsters in the world, based on their notoriety, body count, and overall impact on the criminal underworld. Number 1. Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar was a Colombian drug lord and leader of the Medellin cartel, one of the most powerful and wealthiest criminal organizations in history. He is responsible for the deaths of thousands of people, including rival gang members, police officers, journalists, and civilians. Escobar was known for his ruthless tactics and his lavish lifestyle. He was eventually killed by Colombian authorities in 1993. Number 2. Al Capone. Al Capone was an American gangster and businessman who led the Chicago Outfit, a Prohibition-era crime syndicate. He was known for his ruthlessness and his use of violence to eliminate his rivals. Capone was also involved in a number of legitimate businesses, including laundromats and bowling alleys. He was eventually convicted of tax evasion and sentenced to 11 years in prison. He died in 1947. Number 3. Lucky Luciano. Lucky Luciano was an Italian-American gangster and the head of the New York City Mafia from the 1930s to the 1960s. He is considered to be the father of modern organized crime in the United States. Luciano was known for his intelligence and his ability to organize and control large criminal organizations. He was eventually deported to Italy in 1955. He died in 1962. Number 4. John Gotti. John Gotti was an American gangster and the head of the Gambino crime family from the 1980s to the early 1990s. He was known for his flamboyant personality and his public feuds with other crime bosses. Gotti was eventually convicted of racketeering and sentenced to life in prison. He died in 2002. Number 5. Joaquim Guzman Lora. Joaquim Guzman Lora, also known as El Chapo, is a Mexican drug lord and the leader of the Sinaloa cartel. He is one of the most powerful drug traffickers in the world. Guzman has been arrested and escaped from prison multiple times. He is currently serving a life sentence in the United States. Number 6. Dawood Ibrahim. Dawood Ibrahim is an Indian gangster and the head of the D Company, a criminal organization based in Mumbai. He is one of the most wanted men in India. Ibrahim is accused of being involved in a number of terrorist attacks, including the 1993 Bombay bombings. He is currently believed to be living in Pakistan. Number 7. Joseph Kony. Joseph Kony is the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, a Ugandan militant group that abducts children and forces them to become soldiers and sex slaves. Kony is one of the most wanted men in the world. He is currently believed to be hiding in the Central African Republic. Number 8. Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden was the founder and leader of Al-Qaeda, a terrorist organization responsible for the September 11 attacks. Bin Laden was killed in a raid by U.S. forces in 2011. Number 9. Slobodan Milosevic. Slobodan Milosevic was the president of Serbia from 1989 to 1997 and the president of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia from 1997 to 2000. He was accused of war crimes and crimes against humanity during the Yugoslav wars. Milosevic died in 2006 while on trial at the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. Number 10. Idi Amin. Idi Amin was the president of Uganda from 1971 to 1979. He was a brutal dictator who was responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of his own people. Amin was overthrown in 1979 and fled to Saudi Arabia. He died in 2009. This list is not intended to be a comprehensive or definitive ranking of the most brutal gangsters in the world. It is simply a collection of some of the most notorious and well-known criminals in history.